Yeah, you gotta give Florida a lot of credit. Thought their game plan was good. They were very physical with us. It's hard to get our guards going early in the game. Thought we let some offensive frustrations lead to some defensive letdowns that led to them opening it up. I mean, we weren't playing great on offense for a large part of the first half. We were still in it. I mean, it was a 2-point game. Late in the first half, I think we gave up about 20 points in the last 5 minutes of that first half. I just felt like, their physicality, their defensive intensity, our offensive struggles led to us not playing like we needed to on the defensive end, which was keeping us in the game while our offense was struggling. And then it got opened up, and then we had it happen again in the second half. I thought we were trying to make a run, and we couldn't get any easy buckets. They did a great job on defense, and we kind of had some more defensive letdown. So disappointing loss. First time we've had back-to-back losses in conference play in a couple of years around here, but we have to bounce back and be ready to go on Saturday and see how high of a seed we can get going into Nashville.
Blake, give an update on Rylan, and what did you see on that play? They got injured and then led to your technical foul.
You know what? He's got a calf injury that we're getting an MRI on in the morning, so I'm not sure if it's a bruise, strain, something. I thought he got hit and knocked down. I don't know. They thought it was a loose ball that both guys were going for. So.
And then Latrell, we saw him in the first half, didn't see him much in the second half. Was that injury related or just game plan?
You know what? He's coming back. He made a good step in the right direction. We're getting him some game reps, just trying to get him back in game shape so he can play more and more moving forward.
They doubled you up on the free throw line. Was that the physicality you're talking about, or is that part of going on the road in the SEC?
I'm going to have to look at that. I thought there were some questionable ones. We were intentionally fouling late, so that helped some of it. But they had significant advantage well before we started fouling. Yeah, I thought, and we drive the ball, and I thought they had some very physical play on the perimeter that they got away with. They put in the posts and got to the free throw line, and it seems when, ball screen, I'm going to have to go back and look at these calls. But, yeah, it's not a recipe for winning games when you get doubled up the free throw line. I mean, you look everywhere else, they shoot 47%, we shoot 44%. We make 5 threes, they make 7 threes. We rebound even. We turn it over 4 more times, but when you shoot 21 more free throws, it's hard to win the game.
Nick Kelly, go ahead on Zoom. Guys, I said raise your hands, please.
Yeah, Nate, you've had some moments where defense has been better against Tennessee than tonight, but then just some lapses that we've seen throughout the season. How do you get some of those good defensive moments over a longer period of time from these past 2 games?
You know what? It's one of those deals where our guys have to understand that there's a defensive mindset that has to be there every play, no matter what happens on offense, and really, to be honest with you, no matter what happens on defense. You can play great defense. They throw in a tough shot. You get a tough call, goes against you. You can't let that frustrate you. You can play great defense for 4 or 5 minutes. Offense isn't going well. You have a couple turnovers. You miss some open shots. Like, that can't frustrate you if you're really a defensive-minded team. And right now we got too many guys get frustrated and then have too many letdowns.
Blake?
Where does this team stand just from a fatigue standpoint, coming off of a tough 4 or 5 game stretch? Where does the team stand, and how do you kind of rebound from that as you approach tournament play?
It looked like we were tired tonight, to be honest with you, so we've got to do a better job. We're off tomorrow. They need to get rested, get in with the trainer, get a bunch of treatment, make sure we're not going too hard Thursday, Friday, get their bodies, minds fresh, ready to play Saturday, and then get ready to try to make a run in Nashville.
Any thoughts about the atmosphere tonight, and did the crowd noise play into maybe some of the turnovers in the first half, or how you guys executed? Or?
The atmosphere was great. I think it's great that, I'd hope that every SEC game has a great atmosphere like this. We've had really good atmospheres at home for us. Todd's got this program rolling again pretty well. They're coming out. When we pulled up, we saw the students wrapped all the way around the building. It's great. It's what makes college basketball great. I don't know if it had anything to do with the turnovers or not, but when they needed some stops, the crowd got behind them, and it certainly looked like it helped them. I talked to our team, whether the 11,000 people, 15,000 people are for you or against you, it shouldn't really affect your focus and your effort, but it certainly looked like it did tonight in the wrong way for us.
Tony on Zoom.
Yeah, you had that shooting slump from three, and it kind of looked like you guys got away from shooting threes. Was that something that they were doing more, or was that maybe a lack of confidence just because they weren't going in? What would you see from that?
And they did a good job running us off the line, being super physical, not, really even letting us get open, like when they able to hand check like they were, and you can't beat anybody, you don't collapse any help. And, we weren't able to we don't want to take bad threes. So if you can't get some help and kick them to open shooters or get open on some screens, when they're super physical on off-ball screens and on our drives, it's just hard to create threes. So, we probably took a couple bad ones and we weren't shooting them well. And I did think we passed up a few we probably should have taken early in the second half. But they did a good job. Their game plan was well. They're super physical with us and worked out well tonight for them.
Two more. Nick Alvarez.
Yeah, kind of touched on the fouls already, but with Grant fouling out again, is there a coaching point there for him, or is it just kind of trying to navigate, what the refs called him that night?
I'm going to have to look at the fouls. I thought last game there were some cheap ones. I thought this game there was some cheap ones. I don't know. I got to look at them. If we can make some teaching points, we need to, because we need him in the game longer, and he's been able to stay in the game these last two games.
Last one, Jack.
Yeah, Nate, I think 5 floor players in double figures tonight. I know Will Richard was someone you said you wanted to kind of lock in on. I think he had 23 points. Was that something they were kind of doing differently, or was just that down to some of that lack of energy that kind of ended up defensively for you guys?
Yeah, I thought that they got out in the break. Yeah, I look at, I'll have to look at what our analytics had, but fast break points were 27-8 on them. I'd have to see how many of those he got. We didn't do a very good job in transition. Our guys weren't getting back. Points off turnovers, 17-7. So they turned us over, got stuff in transition. He got loose. I didn't think we did a terrible job on him in the half court all the time. I think he hit one off a kick out that we weren't supposed to be helping on. So we had a few screw ups, but yeah, he's played well against us both times. We probably did a little better job on Clayton, maybe. He still ended up with 22, but he got 15 of them at the free throw line last game. He got 16 threes off. We did a better job making sure he didn't get threes off, but he kind of lived at the line tonight.